Hello, YouTube. This is J&JPICKEM. I'm Juan.
And I'm Josh, and this is going to be our Week 1 NFL picks. All right, guys. So, first game we got of the season, Thursday Night Football season opener. We got the Chiefs versus the Lions. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm actually very happy to be the Super Bowl champs versus the Lions. Hey, we got Patrick Mahomes. I know he might not be playing with Travis Kelce, but I think they might still get the job done. They got a really good team. Isaiah Pacheco, I think, is going to ball out this game. Sky Moore's going to do good for the receiving team. I really don't know how their defense is going to do. I know Chandler Jones is still a really good defensive end, but I just think they're too good for the Lions. What do you think, Juan?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Chiefs should be able to come off with an easy win. I don't think it should be anything too difficult. Travis Kelce is out, but I think Patrick Mahomes should be able to spread the ball evenly throughout all his wide receivers and get the job done in Arrowhead.
I will say this though, the Lions are a way better team this year than last year. It might not be a favorable prediction, but I think the Lions are going to win their division, and I think they'll be a really good team this season. So it should be a really good game. But like I said, Thursday night football, I think the Chiefs are going to win this one.
To kick off Sunday morning, we have the Panthers versus the Falcons. I think this should be a very close matchup, but I have the Falcons actually coming out with the win. Both teams have very young players right now, so I see both teams struggling to get touchdowns, so this should be a low scoring game.
I'm gonna have to agree, Juan. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game, especially since it's two very young teams. Bryce Young against Desmond Ritter. They're both very two young players. Bijan Robinson and Drake London. I think they're very promising for the Falcons. Just how the Panthers have very promising players. So I think both of these fan bases have a lot to go for, right? Even though on paper they might not look very good. But I will say, I think the Falcons are going to win this game because they're secondary. They got Jesse Bates now, Jeff Okudah, and AJ Terrell. I think they're looking a lot better than the Panthers, so I do see the Falcons winning this game.
Texans Ravens. I have the Ravens coming out with the win. Lamar Jackson should be able to get a win against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. He has receivers like OBJ, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, and the rookie Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to take this one. I think it's going to be an easy matchup. No disrespect to the Texans. CJ Stroud should be looking good. And Dameon Pierce, that's my guy. I've been drafting in fantasy every league I'm doing. I think he's going to have a great season. But come on, the Ravens have such a great defense. And then, like you said, they have Mark Andrews. They have OBJ. Zay Flowers should be a good rookie. And J.K. Dobbins came back from a torn ACL. So I think the Ravens should take this one. All right, so next we got the Battle of Ohio. We got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. This is actually my favorite game of the whole week. We got two really great teams. I think the AFC North is going to be really hard this year. I think both these teams are going to be really great, but I really haven't upset this game. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to come out top. Nick Chubb's going to be RB1 in the whole league this year. I'm calling it. He was second or third in rushing yards last year. I think Amari Cooper's a true wide receiver one in their team. And Deshaun Watson might be good again. Who knows? Joe Burrow, he's a great player. Jamar Chase is great. Both these teams had great defenses, but something just tells me the Browns are going to upset. What do you think, Juan?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I think the Bengals should be able to come off with the win. Joe Burrow is coming off an injury, but I think he should be good to play week 1, and he shouldn't be dealing with any setbacks. This could be a close game just because the Browns have a really good run game, and that defense with Myles Garrett is always unstoppable. Jaguars versus Colts. I have the Jaguars coming off with the win. The Colts won't have Jonathan Taylor, and will be playing with rookie Anthony Richardson. Trevor Lawrence has settled into the NFL, and I'm expecting him to take control of the game. I really like Christian Kirk, and I feel like the connection between Kirk and Trevor Lawrence should be unstoppable this game.
I'm gonna have to agree. I think the Jaguars are super good this year. They're gonna win their division easily, in my opinion. The Colts do have Anthony Richardson, like you said. We haven't seen him play a snap in the regular season yet, only preseason. And Jonathan Taylor is out for 4 games. That's basically their whole offense. So I don't know how good they're gonna do. But Jaguars, Travis Etienne is my guy. I think he's gonna carry the offense with Trevor Lawrence a lot. And I like their defense also. So I'm gonna take the Jaguars this game, and I think they're gonna win it. All right, so for the next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to win this one, but I think surprisingly it's going to be a close game. All right, so I'm not a big fan of Baker Mayfield. I think that's one thing you guys are going to learn from me throughout this whole series. But I think Mike Evans is a great receiver. He's going to get 1,000 yards just like he has in the past 5 or 6 years. But I don't think they're going to be a great team this year. I think the Vikings defense sucks, but I think offensively, like Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins, they're a great duo. And now that they lost Alvin Cook, I know they have Madison. I think he's going to be a good running back. So I do have the Vikings winning this one, but don't expect them to have a great season this year, in my opinion. All right, Juan, what do you think? Who do you think's gonna win this game?
I think the Vikings should come off with the win. I know they did lose Dalvin Cook, but they still have star wide receiver Justin Jefferson. Him and Kirk Cousins should be able to get a couple touchdowns. I don't know about Baker Mayfield. I'm also not a big fan of him. I know what Baker Mayfield is capable of, but sometimes I just feel like he gets too much pressure.
And I think he makes some dumb decisions at times. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think he's that great of a quarterback. So I think I agree with you. I don't think Baker Mayfield and the Bucks are gonna do good. So we both got the Vikings winning this game. So next we got the Tennessee Titans versus the New Orleans Saints. So you guys are gonna know I'm a Raiders fan out here, so I'm a decent fan of Derek Carr. I think the Saints are gonna be really good this season. They got a really easy schedule in my opinion. So look, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara is out for a few games, but I think Jamal Williams is gonna carry the load, and they got Derek Carr. So the Saints season is all up to Derek Carr in my opinion. They're playing the Tennessee Titans, who just got DeAndre Hopkins. People are expecting them to have a great season. Derrick Henry, and then Ryan Tannehill. I think Will Levis is going to replace him later in the season. But there's going to be a good matchup. I think the Saints have one of the best defenses in the league, top 5 in my opinion. So for that reason, I got the Saints winning, but don't expect this to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a really close game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. I think the Saints should come off with the win. I do like Derek Carr, and I feel like he should be playing better with the Saints than the usual season he has with the Raiders.
Let me tell you guys this. We're going to be going for Saints a lot this season, in my opinion. I really like Derek Carr and the Saints this year.
Yeah. Derrick Henry is a really good running back, but lately, the past seasons, he's been declining. And I feel like the Titans don't have as many great wide receivers after they lost.
A.J. Brown. They lost A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
Yeah, after losing A.J. Brown, the Titans just were never the same playoff team that
Yeah,
we
so
were all scared of.
basically now they only have DeAndre Hopkins. He didn't do too good in the Cardinals, so we don't know how he's gonna do at the Titans. But we both got the Saints winning this game.
Niners versus Steelers. For this one, I am going to have to go with the Niners. The Steelers don't have a solid team this year, and Niners have a stacked team with McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, and Bosa, who just signed the new contract.
Dude, I think he signed $34 million a year. It was a crazy contract. Highest paid defensive player of all time.
Yeah, I feel like if Purdy's able to play to the expectations that everyone has been expecting from him, basically, they should be a playoff team that could be making a really far run into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, basically, I think the Niners are going to be a great team this year just because obviously they have the #1 defense in the league. And then it's all up to Brock Purdy. However he does, I think the offense is going to do because, like you said, they got Kittle, Debo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. But I will say this. I don't think the Steelers are going to be bad this year. I think the Steelers are going to be good. I'm really high on Kenny Pickett this year. And then George Pickens is going to take a good sophomore year, in my opinion. So this is going to be a really close one. Don't be surprised if the Steelers win this game. But like Juan said, I think the Niners should win this one, but it's going to be a very close game. All right, so for the next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Commanders. I'm going to be honest, whoever's a fan of both these teams, I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a slugfest. Arizona Cardinals are starting Joshua Dobbs. Juan, do you even know who Joshua Dobbs is?
Nah, I don't even know who that is.
I think the last game he started was with the Pittsburgh Steelers when like Mason Rudolph got injured or something. But I'm sorry, Cardinal fans. You better tank for Caleb Williams, even though he said if you guys are #1 pick, he's still going to play USC. But Washington Commanders, Sam Howell. This is interesting. I think he's a rookie. This is going to be an interesting quarterback for you guys. I don't know why you guys didn't start Taylor Heineke. Actually, Taylor Heineke isn't on the Commanders no more, I think. But Sam Howell, this is going to be an interesting pick. Jahan Dotson, I like him. Terry McLaurin, I like him. Brian Robinson with Antonio Gibson is going to be interesting. Chase Young, very underrated. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about him ever since he got injured. But I do see the Commanders winning this one. The Cardinals are just not that great this year. I'm sorry, Cardinal fans, but you guys aren't going to do good this season.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kyler Murray isn't playing, so I don't really see anything coming out of the Cardinals' offense or defense.
Basically. So we both got the Commanders winning this game. All right, so now we got my team, the Las Vegas Raiders, baby, against the Denver Broncos. All right, I'm going to be as realistic as it is. Raiders aren't going to be good this season. I think we're going to be 6-11 or maybe 7-10. But I will tell you this. The Broncos haven't beat the Raiders in 1,300 something days. We swept them the past 3 years or 4 years. I don't know. For that reason, I got the Raiders winning. Hey, Devontae Adams, he always does his thing. Josh Jacobs always does his thing. Max Crosby's good on the defense. I know we don't have a good linebacking core and secondary. For that reason, I think we're not going to be good this season. But I see the Raiders being the Broncos. It's all up to Russell Wilson, however he does with the Broncos. Last season, he didn't do good. Who knows if he's going to do good this year. Also, Jerry Jeudy. I don't think he's going to play week 1. I think it's going to be Cortland Sutton. So I got the Raiders winning this game. It should be close though. Broncos Raiders are always close games, but I see the Raiders winning this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I think
Whoa.
the Broncos are actually gonna come out with the win. I've chose the Raiders and pick them before, and every time I choose them, it's like they find a way to lose the game. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos for this one. Russell Wilson, he should be able to move around, pass the ball around.
I'll tell you this. I think Juan is hating on Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G is gonna beat the Broncos, and I think we're gonna prove him wrong.
Nah, to be honest, I like Jimmy G. I feel like him and Devontae Adams should be able to get a good connection going on. Devontae Adams is the best route runners.
Like we said, Juan is a Packers fan, so he does like Devontae Adams. He is the best route runner in the league. I have to agree. But I got the Raiders. Juan has the Broncos. We'll see what ends up happening.
Dolphins versus Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Chargers for this one just because I feel like Justin Herbert will be able to outperform Tua, but it should be a very close game. The Chargers do have
They got Austin Eckler and then Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. I will say this. All right, Juan, you're going to call me crazy right now, but I think any of these two teams, if it's not the Chiefs or the Bills, I think one of these two teams is going to go Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest. So there's going to be a good matchup. Dolphins have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Tua, right? The running back situation is a little risky. They got Raheem Mostert. Chargers are great. Like I said, Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. But the deciding factor for me, Jalen Ramsey went to the Dolphins. I think they have the best secondary in the whole league. For that reason, I'm choosing the Dolphins. And I know you're choosing the Chargers, but I don't know. Something's telling me the Dolphins. But don't get me wrong. This is going to be a close game, and I think Chargers can win this, but I'm going to choose the Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree with you. This should be a very close game, but I just feel like the Chargers should be able to come out with the maybe last minute drive from Justin Herbert to close out the game.
I could see this being a close game, like a last drive type of game. Like I said with was it the Browns Bengals game? I think this is gonna be just as a good game as that one. I'm gonna be honest. All right, so for the next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots. I don't know why this just feels like a classic. Like what was it? The 2018 Super Bowl, 2017 Super Bowl.
Philly special.
Yeah, Philly special. Nick Foles versus Tom Brady. But Eagles, man, they're such a great team. Last year, they were leading in rushing with Miles Sanders. Now they got DeAndre Swift, who I think is better. Jalen Hurts, QB sneaks. He's always getting rushing touchdowns. The Patriots have Mac Jones. They've picked up Juju Smith-Schuster. But I just don't know about the Patriots this year. I feel like offensively, they always settle for field goals. They never get touchdowns. But I will say, Patriots defense is always top tier. I don't know why. They're always a great defense. But I got the Eagles winning this one. I think they're like the second best offense in the league. I think in the NFC, it's the Niners or the Eagles that make it a Super Bowl. So I got the Eagles winning this game. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I have the Eagles coming out with the win on this one too. The only way I see the Patriots coming out with the win is if they're able to run the ball well. Bill Belichick has a good plan out there, and their usual defense, like you said, their defense is always great. So I feel like this should be a really good game.
The Patriots are really good at running. I know they always have multiple running backs. So I think the only way they can win the game is if they just keep running the ball, because that's the only way they're going to be great offensively.
Yeah, Bill Belichick is a really good coach when it comes to running. So hopefully he's able to put out a good offensive plan out there, and they're able to put a good game.
Yeah, this should be a really good game. We both still got the Eagles winning, but hopefully it's a great game to watch.
Rams versus Seahawks. So for this one, I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks. The Rams will be without Cooper Kupp, and that's basically their top target. Without him, they have to rely on Cam Akers, Van Jefferson, and just like other players that I feel like don't have too much value to them.
Basically, I think the Rams are just Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald. Like, Cooper Kupp's out week 1. He might go on IR. I don't know. He always has hamstring issues. Aaron Donald is great, but who else is on that defense? Bobby Wagner's with the Seahawks now. So, I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. Geno Smith is getting better. I never thought this would be a time where Geno Smith is good, but he is.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like Geno Smith should be improving. He has DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and those are two really great receivers to have on your offense.
Yeah, and they got that rookie, Jackson Neba, whatever his name is. I think he's going to be good with them, too. And then Kenneth Walker, running back, underrated. I think the Seahawks are going to be sneakily good. We believe that the Niners are going to be really good this season, but don't be surprised if the Seahawks win this division. It's going to be a really close one. But just like Juan said, I think we both got the Seahawks this game. I don't think Rams are going to be a great team this year. So, yeah, we got the Seahawks coming out on top. Yeah.
Packers versus Bears. So for this one, obviously I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers own the Chicago Bears. I can't remember when's the last time we've ever lost to this sorry-ass team.
It's probably been decades, bro.
But yeah, I feel like Jordan Love might struggle just because it is his first starting season. He should be able to get some good completions to Christian Watson.
Yep.
Aaron Jones should help out with the run to get some pressure off of Jordan Love.
That's
what do you
true.
think, Josh?
Yeah, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, that's like the best running back duo in the league, in my opinion, in terms of like how they perform together. Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs, two people to look for. I think they're gonna be great this season. But like you said, it's Jordan's Love first season starting. He started before, but his first actual season starting. So who knows how he's gonna do? In this channel, by the way, Jordan Love is our god. We love Jordan Love. So they're playing the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields is going to be super good this year. I'm calling it. Khalil Herbert's going to be good. DJ Moore, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. But I'm going to disagree with Juan, bro. I got the Bears winning this week. I don't know why. You guys always beat them, but I feel like they just have a lot of good young players, and I think this is Justin Fields' team. I think Justin Fields is going to do good. So who knows? Go Pack, go. But I got the Bears winning this one. Juan got the Packers. We'll see what ends up happening in a good classic matchup. So for Sunday Night Football, I miss Sunday nights. These are the best times ever. I love that music by Carrie Underwood. It's always the best. So we got Dallas Cowboys against New York Giants. This is such a classic. This feels like a Thanksgiving game. Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. Is he throwing over or under 10 interceptions? Juan, what do you think this season?
Easily over. I feel like Dak Prescott is a really great quarterback, but sometimes the pressure gets to him and he makes some really not necessary decisions.
Basically, he doesn't make some smart decisions when it's under pressure. And Giants, their defensive line is looking a little better this year. Danny Dimes, let's see how he does. They did steal the best tight end in the league, Darren Waller, from the Raiders. So we're going to see how Darren Waller does with them. Receiving wise, they got no one, I think, as receivers. They don't. Sterling Shepard's always there, but they don't have great receivers. But this is going to be a close one. So I think ultimately, this is tough. I'm going to end up going with the Cowboys, though. I think Tony Pollard's going to be good this year. CeeDee Lamb's great. Micah Parsons is a disruptor. This dude is amazing on the defense. Top 5 defense in the league, Cowboys. I'm calling it. I got the Cowboys winning, but dude, this is going to be such a close game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got the Cowboys winning. I'm happy that the Cowboys finally got rid of Ezekiel Elliott. I feel like this was a necessary move right here.
Yep. I think Tony Pollard's getting better. Yeah. Tony Pollard was kind of good because Ezekiel Elliott was taking a lot from him, so he was always with fresh legs. But you're right. I think having Ezekiel Elliott out gives Pollard a lot more touches, and he's going to be better this season.
I agree with you. Dak Prescott should be able to get some good connections to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I think they're going to be great offensively, and like I said, top 5 defense in the league. So for that reason, we both got the Cowboys winning this game.
Yeah, I do agree with you, but I feel like Saquon Barkley could really have that big run he always gets every game, 1, 2, and that could actually, put a little turn into the game.
I forgot about Saquon Barkley. I actually drafted him in a few fantasy leagues. I think he's going to be great this year too, but you're right. He always has those 1 or 2 plays where he just blows it through the gap and gets a touchdown. So he is going to do great this season, but I think Cowboys should still win though.
All right, so for Monday Night Football, we have the Bills versus the Jets. I think it's still too early for Aaron Rodgers to get in rhythm with the new offense, even though he brought over half the team of the Packers,
Yep.
The Bills have a high-powered offense, and I feel like they just remain consistent,
They haven't made a whole lot of changes. You're right. There was a consistent team. It's Josh Allen. They did get James Cook from last year. He was a rookie. It's his second year, so who knows? He might do a lot better. But I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do good. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do great in game 1. Garrett Wilson, it's his second year. I think they're going to have a connection. Some might say it might be a Jordy Nelson, Aaron Rodgers connection. Who knows? But I think the Jets are going to win this one, which is crazy because the Bills are always consistent, like you said, and they're such a great team. But I don't know. It's the New York, Buffalo versus New York City. Jets are at home. I have the Jets winning this game. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think the Bills should come off with the win just because it is early in the season, and I feel like they should be able to steal a win from the Jets early on in the season.
Yeah, the Bills are a great team, but I don't know. Something tells me Jets. Juan has Bills. I got Jets. Tell me what you guys think down below, but I got the Jets winning this game.
This is our Week 1 pick'em, so let us know what you guys think down in the comments below.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, we are going to have our picks on top of the screen next week. We're going to see how we did. You guys could play along with us. And this is Josh.
This is Juan.
And these are J&J's Week 1 Pick'em.